So those who do their history, they know who the royal family is. They know my connection to it. They know that I am who I say that I am. And they know I'd be out of my fucking mind to pretend that's not the case for more reason than one. This is the divine order. I'm the pharaoh. It's my responsibility to enforce the divine order. Just do a quick Google search. Haru restores the Ma'at, the divine order, by avenging his father. Okay, so esoteric, E-O-T-E-R-I-C, the eye of the tiger, as men, tear out their eyes so they can see in a stupid way, right? A cowardly, sniveling dog way. Think about a dog versus a cat. Which one is more agile? Which one is more maneuverable, right? What is a dog and what is a bitch? Well, if you look at it in racial terms from the Da Vinci's Code, from Leonardo da Vinci would say that Ninja Turtles and dogs have that in common. They're not very maneuverable from side to side. It has to do with the rotation of the hips, right? And how the wordplay seems to confuse you about that, the hippo. You can be a fat fuck with big hips, or you can be somebody who's shaped curvy, right? So you can curve and work the angles with grace. A crescent kick, a curved kick, okay? A curved blade, a kinga blade. The sun itself is curved, right? It's not a straight line. It's curved a certain way. So when you're straight and like a blank piece of fucking paper, dull, boring, and useless, you can't then turn around and expect people not to call you out on that when that is at the core of your reasoning as to why you're doing things the way you're doing. With all due respect, and no, I'm not racist. You'll see some of my pictures at the end of my family. Thought can be seen as the first thinking man or teacher, the embodiment of the first teacher, ascending order, not descending order, going back in time, not forward. Amen. He's the master mason puppeteer. Of course, Jesus said before Abraham, I am. So it's ascending order, right? God the creator. And so Lucifer's argument was that he was first and that he shouldn't have to serve man. But really, he's serving God by serving man. It's like telling your servant, go feed my horse. And you say, fuck that. Fuck that. I don't serve the horse. It's that half-assed Mason checkered floor bitch argument that no one can respect, right? When people who are cowards are forced to do their bidding. No servant can be greater. If they're a bitch and they're forcing you to do their Dexter bidding, what are you? What is Haru or Ra rather supposed to do to Apepian scum? You know what you must do. I shouldn't even have to tell you. It's a disgrace that I have to tell you. Anyway, moving on. Haru is the first Avenger, is the first vibrant martial artist to replace the divine order. So one way to look at it, he's the direct son of Ra. The other way to look at it is Osiris is a Mr. Miyagi type of guy. And he was kind of kicked back, and he's trying to, deal with people in a kind of, passive, kind of, humble, kind of passive, not introverted, but just, just kick back kind of guy. Whereas you can't deal with these serpents that way. You have to put them in their devil fucking place. There's no way around it. There's no tiptoeing through the tulips with a bunch of poisonous snakes in the tulips. You go through there like a martial artist with a Horus look in your eye, looking for them, and you strike them the fuck down. You kill them. All right. And I'm not saying go out and kill people, per se. Now, moving on. Atum is the first man. He's called the great he, she, right? Primate, primordial mound. Where did he come from? The dust, right? The dust, the dirt. What is dirt? Okay, now if you fucking can't think beyond chaos and you want people to descend into the dirt, then your God is shit and piss. So you may as well call yourself bullshit or Apis or some Greco-Roman sissy fucking pink-wearing fairy bullshit like that. All right, so we talk about Ra. He's the first king, the high king, the martial arts king. It doesn't take a genius to see that in Africa, when there needs to be a king to rule over a bunch of farmers, agrarians, agricultural peoples, whatever you want to call them, he's not going to be some kind of sissy. Hey guys, can we kind of come in together and respect the way I grew this plant? No, he's going to be like, I'm putting it in order. Okay? And don't let the outfit fool you. Don't let the nice, handsome face, I have the spirit of God inside of me more than anyone else. And it just fools you because of the way I look. The flesh is important. The spirit is more important. Okay? So the leopard, at its heart, the heart of the leopard is the Igbo, the center of Africa, Biafra. Ba of Ra, the body of Ra. Okay? And Apep is using his desire to be free, using your desire to be free and negatively natural. You say, well, we want to be natural too. Let's do yoga. Let's do a bunch of, yoga things. The universe will fill us up. God's like, what the hell? You're looking for this kind of worldly, empty spirit. You don't believe in God, but you believe in some kind of social order. Boston Brahmins, eugenicists, fucking pussies, social order. That's what you believe. You Oliver Wendell Holmes has fucking Eberts, right? Fucking pussies. Anyway, so Ra had to marshal people in order and so on. Apep's the dog who wants to put things into disarray so they can fucking divide and conquer. Ili or IHY or whatever, the bull of confusion, Egyptian mythology. All right, of course, not all Egyptians saw it the same way, just like not all Christians see it the same way. Some are white supremacist pussies who fucking couldn't punch their way out of a wet paper bag. And some are the top martial, one is the top martial artist who's mixed, who's wearing Asian clothes, black, white, and Semitic, who just tells you the truth. I wonder who is who. Yeah, so if we all get together and lynch some fucking little black girl, we are great warriors. But when one guy calls us out in a way that the Scorpion King with his kiss of death would be jealous of, the Hawk King, Narmer, would be proud of, his argument means nothing. Only our technology, because we're magic card, chariot using, tank using bitches. All right. Bast. Okay, so Isis is a cunning woman who uses her ability to see what's going on to work in the favor of the pharaoh. Bast is a gymnastic woman who uses her physique to work in the favor of the pharaoh. Set, the real pharaoh, not some fucking racist who usurps him and shit and expects you to fucking not see through his bullshit. I'm Donald Trump. Yes, I'm the perfect leader. Yeah, I deal in illusion. Hell, I'm like Schwarzenegger. Jealous of fucking a Crip. Pretending I'm in charge. All right. Set. Storm, Chaos, Force. You can see him as shocking. I already went over Osiris is like a Mr. Miyagi, kind of passive, kind of, there's some people like that in my family, but you don't know him. Kind of people, kind of kick back. Martial, African-born structure at odds with early criminal cults, working with Massa. Kunta Kinte is an example. So the African-born guys who came in later, were the continuity, because the existing criminal overseer, house nigga, mason kind of Ebert voodoo structure was at odds with the martial artists who did the same thing that happened in Egypt. They took control until everyone and their mom got together and screened them out. And that's where African martial arts went. Read the book and consider that he's not 100% right, but he's close enough to where I bought many copies of it. Okay? So these are the fucking imbeciles, right? Who used to sterilize people, even their own people, like I believe Carrie Buck was white. Used to sterilize their own people, coerced people into salpingectomy. It's just horrible, horrible people. Okay? So when you look at who's in heaven, right, it's the weathered, people who looked out for the least of the brethren, and not the complex having bitches that defy God and pretend that they're, that somehow we magically got here, without God, right? It's the people who believe in witches and magic and, we spontaneously reproduced. Versus there must be a creator and a divine order to things. That's why we're in orbit. And if things go out of whack, we fucking die. It's kind of like, well, no fucking shit. No fucking shit. It's kind of like if you start beating somebody's baby with a fucking stick, that person's inspired to do something to you. Well, we're God's children. So as you disrespect God's favorite, God's chosen, what the fuck you think's gonna happen to you, dumb fuck? And you call that honor? Oh, you fucking Ebert-ass bitches. All right, the tears of the sun. Nothing new. Ra is old. Haru is dying, poisoned by Apep. They've poisoned the well. Not assisted by Set, reaching to what's left of Sekhmet. There's one disabled woman standing with me, proud, in a nation full of cowardly, fat Ptolemy flute player. He played the flute. Listen to me play my flute. I'm sublime. I'm gonna replace him. I'm gonna replace him. Fucking weirdo. So puppet guys, hey, look at my puppet. Look at my puppet. You know, Bill Maher type geeks. Hey, I'm gonna take some shots. These religious guys. You know, you gotta look up to little geeks with smart little sayings like me, and not these religious guys. Not these religious guys. Just fucking get the fuck out of here. Before I run my fucking. All right. So that leads me to which of you knows who Andromeda is or King Cephas? They were Ethiopians who were in Greco-Roman mythology. They're constellations. One of them is by the North Pole. Jingle bells, jingle bells. We got the coward Ethiopians to team up with us and help us convince you that we're not racist. And we're stealing the martial artist place. If you don't know that Ethiopians pale in comparison to Nigerians, you're not paying attention.